Hey friends, welcome to Blended Hearts Homestead. Today I'm going to show you a very easy, very inexpensive way to make sure that your chickens are receiving the proper nutrition they need during the winter, or if you don't have access to pasture raise them. So hang on out for a little bit and let me show you. I want to throw a big shout out to my good friend Susie from Miller Farms, who actually pointed me in the direction for doing these for my chickens. After a bit of research, I've come to realize that what I'm about to show you is actually extremely beneficial for the health of your chickens. So when winter has killed off everything but the pine trees, you want to find some way to give your chickens the proper nutrition that they need. And that's where nutrient-dense sprouts come into play. But what are sprouts? What are they good for? Why are they good for our chickens? Sprouts are simply germinated seeds. Germination process increases the nutritional value of the seed, making sprouts a nutrient-dense way to provide fresh greens for your chickens during the winter, or if you don't have a pasture to raise them on. Sprouting actually increases the amount and availability of nutrients within the seed, such as zinc, magnesium, iron, vitamin C, and vitamin B. So what kind of seeds can you sprout for your chickens? Some options are red clover, alfalfa, barley, wheat berries. One of the options I'm going to show you today is using lentils. So you can get a 1 pound bag of lentils at any store for about $1 a bag. If you're looking to go organic and non-GMO, I found this bag online at Amazon. It's Food to Live non-GMO organic brand of whole grain lentils. This 1 pound bag was almost $10. So as far as cost efficiency goes, you might want to go with the 1 pound bags that are $1, but if you're looking for the non-GMO varieties, unfortunately, as with everything else that's healthy, it costs more. Just one thing to remember, make sure whatever kind of grain or bean or lentil you're getting, it's a whole lentil, it's a whole bean. You don't want split lentils. They won't germinate properly. Now, before we get started on the process of actually sprouting our lentils, let's talk about one thing that's very important. Uncooked legumes are very toxic to chickens and some humans too. All legumes contain anti-nutrients, which make it more difficult to absorb other nutrients and can also cause food poisoning. Just a few raw or undercooked kidney beans can cause a human to have diarrhea and vomit. Fortunately, both sprouting and cooking your legumes or beans breaks down those anti-nutrients, making it safe for consumption in both humans and chickens. So to keep your birds safe, also when you are finished with this, check to make sure there are no unsprouted duds in your batch before sharing with your chickens. Another recommendation is to avoid sprouting large beans like kidney beans or fava beans. The thought here is that it takes longer for the anti-nutrients to actually break down in the sprouting process, and you may feed them prematurely to your chickens. So, how do we sprout these lentils? Again, sprouting lentils for your chickens is easy, and the process only takes about 4 days. Now, the supplies you're going to need for this process are your beans or lentils. In this case, I'm using lentils. A jar or some other container that you can put a lid on. I'm using 2 mason jars. One is a 64-ounce mason jar and the other one is a 32-ounce mason jar. Both are wide mouth jars. Some warm water. And you need some type of lid for your jars. A lot of times you can use just a cheesecloth or a towel and then the jar rim that comes with the mason jars. I actually purchased bean screen special lids for my mason jars. These are very inexpensive. I'll put a link in the description below so you can check them out for yourself. They come 2 in a box. And they're made specifically for this process. This one comes with a blue one and a green one. I'll show you these up close here in just a moment. The container size you choose will depend upon the amount of sprouts you want to get from a batch. 1 cup of dry lentils can produce as much as 8 cups of sprouts depending on how long you let them grow. And one of the best things about these lids from Mason Tops, although I bought them off of Amazon, is that this is the only lid that you need for the entire process. It screws right on here, allows you to drain, sits on these little legs, and that's it. So we'll go through the details on the steps of the process, but I just wanted to let you know that these are some pretty handy lids to have. Again, you can just use a cheesecloth or a towel or a strainer lid that goes on the jars or whatever you have for your container. All right, so let's get to this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of our seeds into our 32-ounce jar. And then we're gonna add 3 times the amount of water as there are the amount of seeds. And then we're gonna put our lid on the jar. We're gonna let this soak overnight. Let the seeds soak up all the water that's in there, and then we'll drain it in the morning. For the 64-ounce jar, I'm going to put in 4 tablespoons of seeds. And add my water. I'm going to add just a little bit more. There. And one thing to remember, you don't want these to be put into direct sunlight. As the seeds are sprouting, it's going to be like they're in the dirt, in the earth, so you want it to be dark. So I'm just going to leave these out on my kitchen counter and not put them near a window at all. So we're going to allow these babies to soak all night long, and in the morning, we'll go on to step 2. So now that we've let our seeds soak overnight, we are going to drain out that water, rinse the seeds, drain the water again, and then let our jar sit upside down to drain the water out throughout the day. We will repeat this process one more time at night. Now I'm going to repeat the same process for the other jar. You're going to let these jars sit here throughout the day and then repeat the process later on tonight. You will do this twice a day. The next morning, you are going to repeat the same process that you did the day before. You're going to rinse these out, let them dry during the day, and then rinse them out again at night. See, we have some little sprouts starting to appear. Now, as you can see, the seeds have sprouted even further. We're going to continue rinsing these twice a day and letting them sit. Our seeds have now sprouted enough to be able to feed to our chickens. So we are going to give them one more rinse. We're going to put them on a paper towel and dry them off completely throughout the day. And then we'll be able to give them to our chickens. So just cover a plate with a paper towel and put your seedlings onto the paper towel to dry. Hey guys! So one of the things that I did realize while making these lentils is that I can put a lot more seeds in those jars than what I originally thought. So next time, I'm going to probably put at least a cup of seeds in the 32-ounce jar and 2 cups into the 64-ounce jar. There's definitely room for growth inside those jars. So now we're gonna take these out here and see how the chickens like them. Come here, chick, 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 chick. Here, ladies. What do you think? Come here, chick, chick, chick. Here, chick, chick, chick. Come on. Come on. Come on, ladies. Come on in. Come on. Come on, girls. Where's the rest of you? Here, chick, 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 chick. Yeah. Some of them are like, what is this? What is this? Dive in, girls. What are we waiting for? What are you waiting on? Probably for me to get out of the door. No fighting. Well, I think it's a hit. As soon as the rest of them realize what's going on, this one just wants to escape. So, all right. Nice little treat for them during the winter. All right, that was a fast, easy method to give your chickens some treats in the winter so they get the proper nutrition. Sorry about the goat noise in the background. Now, if you don't have chickens yet and you're looking to get started, you're gonna start off with baby chicks. Check out my video right here I have about everything that you need to know about starting off with baby chicks. Think you'll like it. Well, if you found this video informative, please hit the thumbs up sign below, subscribe and share. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.